Hello friends, welcome to Naresh Technologies. This is Krishna. As part of our new series of videos, in this section we are starting a new chapter called Reflection API. Okay, it is a part of java.lang package. In that we are learning first very important topic, Reflection API. What is the purpose of this chapter, Reflection API? It's very important. Without Reflection API, you cannot imagine developing a dynamic application. You cannot imagine advanced Java understanding. You cannot imagine Spring Boot microservices understanding. Once your object-oriented programming completed, moving to the next topics, wherever you go, everywhere you are going to use Reflection API. I can say in short form, Reflection API is like your wrapper classes, wrapper classes. When you read value from the keyboard, it will come data as what type? String type. To convert the string type into primitive values, you are using Integer.parseInt. That Integer.parseInt like statement we are going to write, that is Reflection API. So Reflection API is used for loading, instantiating a class dynamically. I am writing one test class. This test class wanted to take different classes into its memory and execute its logic. For that purpose, what I should use? Reflection API. Let us take one real life example. In real life, you have ATM. In ATM, we can insert any card and then we can perform the withdraw operation, deposit operation on any given bank account. So that means what? How this ATM can take this any bank card and work it? Because Reflection API. If you take your mobile, in your mobile, can you insert any SIM? Yes. How it is accepting any SIM at runtime? When you are buying mobile, no SIM. Okay, after buying mobile, you are buying one SIM, inserted, automatically this mobile is working with this SIM. How is it possible? Because of Reflection API. Understand that? So Reflection API is used for loading and instantiating a class dynamically.